I'm taking a trip to Ikea to buy some units to make my sewing table. So this is a table that I have been dreaming about for a long time. I'm using 2 Kallax units with legs, but of course whilst I'm at Ikea I've stopped off for a little trip to the restaurant and the plant area. So this is Kallax from Ikea, and it's the one with the 8 storage boxes, and what I'll do is I will turn it on its side so it looks like that, and then the legs will go underneath here. So I've got 2 of these, and the intention is to put them back to back, see what they look like, and then see if I need to put another piece on top. I'm just going to do it one stage at a time and make it up first to see what it looks like. The length of each of the units is 146 centimetres or 57 inches. The height of the units is going to be 76 centimetres or 30 inches, and of course that will be made higher when the legs are added. Each unit is 39 centimetres deep, both of them together is 78, and that is 30 inches. The cost of each unit is £70, and the cost of each set of legs is £20. So the total cost is £180 for the whole unit. Right, so I've brought all the pieces upstairs and laid them out. This is the one of the units, the other one's still downstairs. So I'm going to make one at a time. I don't have the legs because the legs were not in stock, so unfortunately I'm going to have to go back in 2 days and get the legs to put them on. I'm going to use this Ikea box that it came in to put the pieces, to make the pieces on. I know it sounds really silly, but it's a really good piece of cardboard. So I actually want to use this cardboard to make some backgrounds for my still life and the animations that I might be doing with Theodore Bear. So I don't want to ruin this cardboard, so I'll do a time lapse of this, and wish me luck. I'll see you on the other side. So I've had to stop filming. No, I haven't had to stop filming. I've had to stop making this storage unit for the night time because my husband is asleep, so I can't make banging noises. So what I've done in the meantime is I've got these storage cubes which are going to go inside of the unit. So I'm going to have 8 holes, 8 cubby holes on each side, so 16. And what I've done is I've bought 8 of these storage cubes just to see how I go, and I'm starting to put my fabric in, and I have realised that I have got a bit of a fabric addiction. So what I've decided to do is, it's really bad actually, what I've decided to do is put them in by colour. So at the moment, I'm not even halfway through. These are the neutrals, so I'm just trying to fold it so that it fits in to the size of the box, although these bits are a bit too small. So I'm trying to use up all the box space, but at the same time not making it too heavy that I can't pull the cupboards, the storage units out. So this is actually blues. Didn't realise how many of these sort of blues I've actually got. I mean, these go way back. I mean, got a double sheet set here that my mum bought from a charity shop. This is a double quilt cover that my mum and my sister got me from a charity shop in Spain. There's some clothes in here. There's a lot in there. And then these are jeans. Didn't realise how many jeans I've got. Actually, that's probably only half. I do really like doing the projects with denim, and so anytime I see sort of some denim, I get it. And my girls have thrown out loads of the jeans that are too small for them now that they had when they were much younger. So I've kept all of those. So I've got absolutely loads of jeans. And then this one is all of the projects that I've made so far. So anything that I make, I actually keep. Well, most of the things I keep. Some of them I've given away, but I try to keep them because you never know when you might need to photograph them later on or use them later on. So I try to keep them. But then I still have this piles to go through, and then I've still got my wall of delights. So there's all the fabric that I've just sort of literally shoved in there in the last week, when my daughter came to stay and she needed a room back. But now this room is becoming a sewing room. This has all got to go into these storage units. So I'm about to start doing the actual making of the units again in a second. So I will time lapse on just so that you can see this being made. So the first one is made. Takes more effort than I thought actually, but the first one's done. So I'm going to push that to one side and then I'm going to go and get the other pieces up and make the second one so that I can start seeing what the shape is going to look like together and what I need to do for the top, but I still haven't got the legs. Let's go with the next one. All the pieces are upstairs now, ready to make the second one. Now I'm going to follow the instructions again because even though I've just made one, I know from experience that if you do something wrong, it takes 10 times longer to undo it. So I'm going to make sure that I follow the instructions again. Hopefully it will all come together very well. So let's see. Second one is done. So now both of the storage units are ready. So I can start to sort of put them together and put them in place on the floor where they're going to be and see how they feel. I already know that they're not tall enough. I'm quite tall and just this height is too low for me, so it gives me backache. So I'm very keen to get the legs to increase the height, and I think probably going to have to put a tabletop on it because I don't think it will be wide enough. But I'll put them into place first so that I can see. Then I'll be able to sort of work out if I can find a tabletop to put on there or not. I'm sort of struggling at the moment trying to find one. Exciting times. I picked up the legs last night from Ikea finally. So I'm excited to make these, and then I just need to put them underneath the units to make them the perfect height. I also picked up the worktops last night, but they are so heavy they're still in the car waiting for my husband to help me lift them out of the car again. First of all, I'm going to do the legs. So here it is, my finished craft table. I'm really happy with it. You can see that it's now raised off the ground. I've added the legs and they were really easy to construct. Just put them together and then lifted the cabinet on top of it. You can see here that I've not got a worktop on top of the cabinet. I ummed and ahed about this for absolutely ages, and I did actually go to Ikea and buy two pieces of worktop that were going to go on the top. So it would have been bigger than this. It would have been about 20 centimeters wider all the way around, and I picked them up and then I actually didn't even open them. I took them back because I just thought it's going to make it too big in the room, because it's quite a big structure in the room as it is, and I just thought it would be too big. So what I decided to do was just go with it as it was and see how it went, and then I thought if I want to rebuy them I can go back and rebuy them. But actually I've been using this now for a couple of weeks and I don't really think that I need to go back and get it. I'm quite happy with the amount of space that it gives me. So you can see it's got all of these little storage areas. So it's got 8 on each side. And what I've done is I have bought 4 each side of these pull-out containers. So I've got different things in, so I've got like a paperwork thing in there. Most of them, what I've done is I've stored fabric in. So I've actually done my fabric by colour, well, as much as possible. So that's sort of yellows and greens. And I folded it all up. There's a limit as to how much you can put in because obviously it gets quite heavy. Another one here. Oh, these are actually my finished products. Got another one here, which is all my blues. And then I've tried to use a few other different things. So I've got a basket there that I've used. And then here is just some things. Zips, pom-poms. I think that's a glue gun. So these are more sort of like crafting type things. And then another thing with the rest of my items that I've made tutorials for kept under there. So that's one side. And then if I go around to the other side, it's the same on the other side. So I've got 4 baskets. And I think, if I'm right, these are all fabrics, yeah. So I've got my reds in there, pinks, greys, and neutrals. And then I've just got a few bits up here. But I have actually decided that what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to buy some more of these pull-out things. They're only £4 each, and actually I've decided they just make it look a bit neater. So I think I'll have most of them. I think I'm going to have one left over because this one actually goes across. Can you see it goes across the whole width? So I'd like to have one where I can store something very long. So I think I'm going to have one free, goes across, and then all the others will be with baskets. So I've also stored a lot underneath here. as well. So underneath here, oh dear me, I actually have, you see, I've got my cutting mat and ruler, and then I've also got some cardboard, and inside there are the things that I use for my backdrops when I'm shooting my reels and things like that. So actually it's a really good sort of little storage area there. Yeah, it's really good. I'm really happy with it. Show it from another angle. So there we go. I'm very happy with it. It's really good. It's a big piece of it, but I use it and it's allowed me to put all of my sewing things together, and I'm really happy with it. It's really good to stand at, it's good standing, good surface area. I'm really pleased, and it was sort of fairly reasonable as well. I hope you have taken some inspiration from this. If you've enjoyed the video, thanks for spending your time with me today, and I will see you in my next video. All right, thanks, bye.